Hello. Let me pop over real quick and do that. Okay. Believe I'm all set up. Ready to get going. We are going to be playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And in theory, I'm going to finish the game today. Potentially only in a few hours. I don't actually know how much game time is left. The last time I played, some weird stuff happened. Why don't I just pull it up and... Seems like there are multiple me's, and they're dangerous. They seem to do, like, about the same damage as my party, maybe a little less, but have, like, maybe 10 times the health pools. So it's gonna be, a little bit tricky.
Doubt is for the weak. Nothing I
Yo.
can't do.
And yo. Alright, it's killing time. I'm looking forward to see what they do in terms of conclusions. Alright.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Ah, yes. The many me's. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes get in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face, and yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Righteous reflection. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. Merciful reflection. Hey, if you're sentient creatures and not mere eidolons, I suggest you back down without a fight. I didn't come here to claim your lives. My master, changer of ways, is this your making? No, I can feel it is not. You aren't playing tricks on me, you're sending me prey for a great sacrifice. Look where they came from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is caused by the motes of reality, is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Corona's expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made, or could have made in a different world. Who are you? Some refer to me as the Warden of the Expanse, but I prefer being addressed simply as Lazarus. Nice to meet you, me from a different version of existence. Doppelganger makes a sign of the Aquila and utters, I'm a blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness, without fear, and the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am a rogue trader of the God Emperor. And the cursed reflection smiles coyly. Speaking of me, I am the only version of ourselves who elected the path of true power. I serve the Master, the changer of ways, and I already chanced upon my reflections in his dreams, which is why I am the only one without the dumbstruck expression on my face. So you're me, huh? Truth stems from the Emperor. You are lacking it, which means you are not the true Von Valancius, but a flawed replica, born out of a flawed reality. Alright, well I've already done all these dialogues. The situation has just become complicated. How are we going to solve it? We will fight. I'm sensing a greedy interest, your soul's nurse, for what is hidden in this crypt. I won't allow you to take possession of this blasphemous thing. I'm afraid we have no choice but to fight. What is hidden on this world imperils the millions of lives I'm responsible for. For their sake, I will crush any opponent, unless you all retreat without a fight. I'm giving you a chance to settle this affair peacefully and avoid suicide in every sense of the word. A great deed is not accomplished by peacemaking. It is accomplished by spilling blood with a righteous hand.
Take a knee and bow before
Okay.
me.
Beware the ire.
The last time I did this, all my people got, like, instantly fucking vaporized. So with that knowledge, I'm going to try and preserve the team just a little bit longer. What's that? Range of Talade. It's not showing it on you. Huh. Let's see. We'll just get everyone as far back as they're willing to go. And we'll just hope that's good enough to prevent the utter fucking slaughter that occurred last time. I guess you can go there, just go. Can't see my beloved. Okay. No. And Ulfar. You can go a little bit further up. Okay. Adira the Insidious, what you gonna do? Yep, foreboding. Ah. Yep, that sure studied him. Meditation. Alright. What you doing, big guy? Breakthrough endure. Okay, so this, the Cursed Reflection is a warrior. Argenta the Scourge. Lynchpin. Strong. She's a... Oh, interesting.
I will endure.
Nice. The so-called Merciful Reflection. Yeah, expose weakness, sure. Does feel a little silly that all of my reflections have like 1,000 plus HP and I've got like, what, 100?
No! These ruby flushes are choking me!
Just don't... Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. Cursed Reflection. It's time to meet your master, Zinch. Got 95% dodge.
I'll do it.
Confident approach.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
then we're gonna try and do just a little bit of damage.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Nice.
Doubters for the
Reload.
weak.
I keep fucking forgetting that that shit provokes attacks of opportunity. God damn it. Okay. I think considering how this is going, you should unfuck yourself a little bit
Administration is a holy task.
with a med kit. And then we're going to use wildfire. And see what happens.
You're everything with unshakable faith.
Faith without deeds is...
Pain of this mortal flesh means nothing.
This is unacceptable.
Isn't low enough to activate desperate measures. Okay. This is fine. Totally. Hey Argenta. I've got a great idea. Why don't you
Isn't this
take
a job for the search?
just a nice little extra turn. Okay. I'm gonna do Reckless
As the Emperor
Rush,
commands, I act.
so
I'll
that
do
we can
it.
do Wildfire for no AP, Concentrated Fire,
As
Rapid
the Emperor
Fire,
commands, I act.
and oh boy is it killing time. Yeah, okay, calm and steady. Yep, okay. Here we go. Okay, that's one fell copy down.
That
Bonk.
is not the Emperor's will.
I guess we'll shoot the merciful.
This is why I was chosen.
And then go a little bit. No, okay. What if I do this and then try and we'll shoot
Guided by
Argenta,
faith.
the fake Argenta. And then I'll do this.
Momentum.
And that'll be her turn. And then Cassia. I guess do what any smart man would and make them fight each other. Why do these people not have excellent willpower? Pretty fucking formidable ones. Alright, Abelard the Virtuous. It's fun having time. So that okay, that'll reach from there. That's good. Why don't you enjoy some touch of anger? Why don't you both enjoy some touch of anger?
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Unfortunate. I guess,
If I may.
please be immobilized.
My ears are ringing.
Please don't use immobilized. No. I don't think he is. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Argenta,
I'll paint your death in
your time to shine
colours.
again. Yes.
Rejoice in battle!
Tempted.
Then
Doubt is for the weak.
wildfire,
I'll do it.
concentrated fire,
Faith
rapid
without
fire.
deeds is worthless.
and we fire 16 shots.
As the Emperor commands.
Pain is temporary.
Nice.
Legacy is forever.
Doubt is for the weak.
Excellent.
I'll do it. I refuse.
No, she definitely doesn't have
The
like a limit on
enemies of the
attacks
Emperor will
in
be
her turn.
undone.
So that shouldn't be the... What the fuck? Alright, You... Will that
This
do
is
it? No. What
unacceptable.
about reloading?
I will not.
Nope, okay. That's highly unfortunate. I'm gonna bring Argenta
I
back
will
up here
bathe
since
this
she's probably my most
battlefield
valuable
in
damage
righteous
dealer in the
fury.
party. If the game fucking crashes... Okay, no. Into the Scourge gets a free turn for some reason. Oh my god, and the game is shitting its pants. What the fuck is this? Oh, they did not play test this that much, huh? Alright, Cassia, my beloved, get the fuck out of there.
Emperor, give me strength.
I've suffered worse.
Okay. Where's the evil man? Is he already dead? This is already dead. That was an awful lot easier than last time. Huh. Well, not gonna complain. I don't want to do this. I guess let's... I think this angle is within... Yeah, smoking distance of... Okay, so... What does the guy got? 40% armor, 25% dodge. Okay. Does he have any exploits on him? S2. Suppose weakness would make that. So 20%. Or... Yeah, let's do this. Just gonna put everything on one shot as usual. Analyze the enemy. Expose his weakness. Jesus, he's still got so much dodge chance. Machine Spirit Communion. We'll do this ability, which gives me more dodge reduction, or scale more dodge reduction, and then we'll fire and hope it hits. Oh, that's right, we're using that rifle instead of the melt-a-gun. I forgot about that. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Confident approach. And yeah, Reckless Rush. 'Cause he really needs to boogie. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna do this to an extreme degree. And then you're gonna do Rapid Fire. And the Concentrated Fire.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
And then you're gonna shoot the hell out of the demon.
Can't hold back now.
Feel the icy bite of death!
And then you're gonna smack her.
Why did I not
Become
see
your
this?
father's worthy instrument!
And then Wildfire.
Slay!
And yeah, give her a few more shots.
My passion has failed me.
Bite of death!
And that'll be your turn.
High momentum.
Einrix. Okay. First things first. Give yourself Iron Arm. And I guess Regeneration.
I won't object to it.
And yeah, fuck it. Use Sword of Faith. Yeah. And charge this motherfucker right here.
I need a foothold.
Nice. And then I think this will provoke. It did not.
There we go.
Nice.
Natural.
And then aim for the opening. And smack. Nice. That'll be your turn. And I... Oh, goodness me. How many? I have 53. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. And then I'm gonna do... I'm gonna pop press the advantage. That'd do 560. This would do 1,000. I don't want that other me living to get another turn, so I'm gonna use my heroic action to just fake that. So.
Low momentum.
Absolutely not.
No line of sight. What about here?
I don't have time for this.
What about here?
I'll pass.
No? Okay. And what about...
I shall not fear.
We'll do this then. 6 would double to 12. Yep, okay. Which means you get that. And give her the old concentrated fire.
None can do
Felt pain like this.
Nice. Wow, she hits hard. Holy fuck. If I killed Ulfar with this, it would spill over to Adira.
Not my specialty.
But I don't think I will. think I shall simply pop that. Heal Ufar. Ah, fuck. I'll give myself regeneration and extra muscles. And I'll try and stun this fucker.
I'll live another day.
Nice. I already used a heroic action, that's right. Oh, I see. Nice. Okay. So, killing yourself, how goes that? A lot better than it did last time. Bonebreaker Maul, nice. And Kazarkin Armor. Restores 1 AP after killing an enemy once per round, plus 15% armor if it wears weapon skills more than 70. Oh, nice. Anyway. Hey, give me that. Gives me that. Light Carapace Scale Armor. Persuasion for 10% dodge. Huh. Now you get the best weapons of the game when you got like 2 fights in the game left. Yeah. I need to be an unsanctioned Psyker to use this Solar Staff. And I need Pyromancy, and I have neither of those. Damn shame. Okay.
I tire of idleness. Let's
should
move.
Fix. No, I'm accepting that. I want to heal cast.
Nothing I can't do.
Okay. And then I pop a save, and then we level everybody up. This is the level where I finally get heavy armor proficiency. Let's find out. Nope. Nah. Lethal threat. You can do some. You can really like cheese this game to get some silly numbers. I'm really looking forward to doing a playthrough with a friend because I'm just gonna like silently build up like the ridiculously powerful build that I have running on Argenta right now, and I'll just be like, at some point I'll be like, oh hey, a heavy bolter. Hey, can I have that? Thanks. And then just shit out fire and fury upon the enemy. No. Don't think I will for that. Resistance tests. I usually don't have deflection, so that's not useful. What difficulty? I'm on daring difficulty. All effects that reduce their movement points. They gain plus toughness bonus over 2 movement points. Okay. No. No. Wounds, the next melee attack gains. So damage for every 2 wounds the character has lost stat. That's right. Okay. Right, there's that. This would be very dangerous on a Psyker, so I'm not going to do that. Character's melee attack reduces the target's armor by -3%. No. You two-turn killed the final boss on Fair, so yeah, the game is not bad. Yeah, as with a lot of Owlcat games, they definitely need to do some tweaking, but that's fine, because it's, I knew what I was signing up for when I bought another Owlcat game. Especially, like, right as it released. Grievous wounds. This is stack, right? Sure. No. Oh, but for everything. Extermination. If I haven't already gotten that on Argenta, I should. turns given by the character that deal plus 15% more damage. Right. 1% armor. 7% dodge and plus 3 movement points until the end of combat does not stack. Okay. What about Firebrand? What about... I don't know how to get this Psychic Awakening. Is there like an Amber Alert on my phone? Yeah, fuck off. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was a bit of a jolt awake. I'm not sure which one I'm missing that I need to get the Psychic Awakening, but oh well. Masterful Display. No. These are Contagion. Cinder Prone. And the target makes a resistance test to avoid the effect. Okay. I might do that. Stabs do not count as ranged weapons. That is just flat out plus 15 willpower for me. Round deals an additional plus 2 damage for every shot. Right. So I think I'm gonna do combat meditation. Actually, I guess probably contagion. That's it. Blinded. I can apply blind. I don't know if I can apply... Well, I guess if I try and... Oh no, staggered isn't one of the... Blinded, slowed, fatigued, perplexed, or disturbed. Also works for stunned or prone, but the random target makes resistance test to avoid the effect. That's... okay. That's not as good as I thought. Still pretty good. Aim, no. Ooh. Okay. I think I'll go with this. And I'll see how it feels. Alright, Jinx. Just a flesh wound is a really tempting one. This one's really tempting. But I've been holding off on Enforced Reality for eons. Visions of Doom. That's right. Steal Resolve. Nah. Get Resolve really easily through my Sanctic powers. Come up by any character. Right. Contempt. Indeed. I always like have to hem and haw over all these suckers. I think I'll try and go with where was it? Visions of Doom feels pretty good. What? Give me what? 32. Minus 36 penalty. As long as I'm in cover or out of the target's line of sight. That is pretty tempting, but I'm usually not given that much flexibility with my positioning. I think I'm going to do Visions of Doom. I like that one. And I've been wanting it, like, the entire game. Alright. Ulfar goes you flesh wounds. Make you even harder to kill. Tender Eyes? Is the talent that gives 1 psi rating for every heroic action working? I think so. But I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure. Trace the trajectory. It's nice and all, but he kind of already has a way to get guaranteed crits. It wasn't working before, so I never tried it. I see. Yeah, I haven't actually looked too closely. I just kind of presumed that it was. Cover efficiency is increased by... Right. That's tempting. Already has that, okay. Now spend AP. Nah. In combat, okay. Well, I'll come back to Grenadier if I can find anything that I like better. Full wounds. We almost never have full wounds as a party. 1 plus ballistic skill bonus over 2 damage. If area attacks include... I don't know if area attacks count as, or if burst attacks count as area attacks for the effect of, or for the purposes of stuff like this. I kind of want to figure that out. Yeah, fuck it, I'll try it. Probably get it on Argenta too if I don't already have it. Already have Tough as Steel and Flesh Wounds, okay. That would be a fun one to slap on Pascal. Just say, all right, you are so thick that you are now incredibly strong. What that? Give him 28 strength. That's not amazing. I probably can figure out something better. Honestly, Eager for Battle might just be the way to go. Yeah, Pascal does suffer for AP. I'll give it a shot. And then Yeah, fuck it. Comprehensive analysis. Cassia, my beloved. What you got? That would make her pretty ridiculously thick. She can probably do better. Is it again? So a tricky defense, that's what it was. Increased by half of the armor bonus of that armor. Yeah. Understood their strength equal to 20% of their maximum wounds. Would be entertaining. Should gain like 32 strength, but I don't think there's any point in it. I could give her more action points at the start of battle, but she already has a ton of AP, and she doesn't really struggle for it, so I think I'm not going to do that. Let's do the Eager Subordinates one. That'll be fun. And I often use Cassia to give extra turns, unlike my main guy. Gains additional MP. There's fellowship bonus over 2. Alright, fuck it, we ball. Make people fast. Should help with, you know, snap positioning. Tough as steel. Let's see, do you have... Where's that? Oh no, Tenderize is a soldier talent. Unless you missed some things, it's impossible to reach max level. You know, I kind of noticed that as well, is that I can't... Or, like, I did all the stuff in the game, pretty much. I mean, I didn't do, like, everything, but, like, I did everything that I could. You know, like, I did, I think, every side quest that was available. I, like, explored every area of the Coronis Expanse map, and yeah, or I guess every system of the Coronis Expanse. And yet, yeah, I didn't gain... Well, I mean, you can see, like, I still am, like, I think I'm just hitting 50 now. And that leaves, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, 5 more levels that I presumably won't be able to get. These last levels take huge XP, so small gains early on don't even do much. I see, yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, you level up pretty fast in this game, but still, yeah, it feels like I am probably very close to the end of the game. You wear medium armor, not light armor. So that'd only be 2 movement points. What's your toughness bonus? Be 20% more healing, which is a 5th increase is not terrible, but yeah. Revenge. No, don't think so. Yes, that's a melee thing. This one's... over 2, the enemy's deflection rounded down. Well, I guess this would actually get good as against high deflection enemies once she starts stacking up a lot of versatility. Just that is, I think, the one I wanted to do, though. Extermination. I like that one a lot. That's Deadeye shot, okay. Oh, wait, I boost her dodge reduction. There's damage. Alright, let's do this. Let's do Deadly Aim. I just realized that with her combat versatility, that should eventually give her just ridiculous damage. Not that she doesn't already have that, but, you know, even more ridiculous damage. Full wounds, the soldier has plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 2 movement points. Ballistic skill. Right, Victory. Just cover against enemies' attack, they gain a guaranteed critical hit. Yeah, that's whatever. It's plus 10 plus 2 times ballistic skill. Nah. I usually don't have Argenta adjacent to allies. She's usually right up there. Muzzle velocity is a little tempting. If I can't find anything that I like more, I might give her that. Swift Slaughter is nice, but it's not that amazing. Melta, Melee Flame and Melta. Yeah, that's whatever. But fuck it, the Emperor protects. Actually, wait, hold on. Do I have all the other... Yeah, I do. Okay. And Heinrichs is, I think, how Calcazar pronounced it. I'm gonna give you Unstoppable. Normally it wouldn't be that good with your toughness, but since you can boost your toughness, it becomes a lot better. And then... Archetype is this character. Actually, wait, hold up. I just realized. Does he already have the Destroyer? Okay, yes he does. He already has the Destroyer talent. Okay, then yeah, sure. We'll do Unstoppable. And... from what I can tell, it's this talent, this Psyker talent, Eternal Glory, does work as intended. The deflection at least works. Because I often check to see for that one. Let me just tank this man's like best skill by 200 points. It's not that good. Hello. At this point, flat increases don't do much. Best to look for the infinite stacking talents, yeah. Well, if flat things are then multiplied, then they work, if they stack infinitely. But, yeah. stuff like Eternal Glory is not that strong at this point in the game. And if all you got is flat and then bounce, yeah. And it's like, when I look at stuff like Impetus, I'm like, compared to what it could be. Or like Epicenter of Slaughter. Like, temporary wounds up to 4. Like, that is just comparatively really bad. Strength bonus. Even... yeah, no, that's still not good. Deterioration. Desolation. Yeah, no, a lot of the stuff. I do look forward to when Owlcat kind of gets a handle on the balance, which will probably take quite a while, but you know, playing on unfair. If the enemies manage to hit you, so much, yeah, you're dead already. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And frankly, I think that it definitely feels like Rocket Tag, where I don't mind the fact that players can do a ridiculous amount of damage, because it seems to match up with the HP amounts that enemies have. Where I do get annoyed is that enemies will do ridiculous amounts of damage to, like, a party member, and there doesn't seem to be, like, unless you, like, entirely spec into, like, becoming a Giga Tank, basically one hit knocks you down, and it's like, it's not particularly fun. I'd rather, have more attacks coming in that deal lower damage so that, it's still going to, like, be a challenge, but it's more spread out so that stuff like deflection can be a little bit more valuable. Let's see. Not attack this turn, they gain... right. You're gonna enjoy the last boss then. Oh, that ... is making me a little concerned, but I'll just not worry about it. Rigorous training. This one doesn't seem to work either. Actually, no, I think that they did fix this so that it does work. Yeah, fuck it. I like that one. And I think it works now. Alright, we'll pop a save so that I don't have to level all over again. I mean, it would be faster the next time around, but I don't want to have to do it again. I probably shouldn't be able to see that from where I am. What's this? Staff of Shock and Awe. That's... huh? The improved heavy bolter. That reminds me. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, where are those arm guards that increase your strength by 10? It's big girl time. I should have just taken the thing that increases her, there we go. Do that. Oh, I'm probably on the wrong person, aren't I? But it...
I refuse.
oh, she needs a little bit more strength, doesn't she? Fuck. God, do I redo everybody's level up so that I can get Argenta to wield the improved heavy bolt? God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna do this real fast. I vaguely remember everything I did, so I should be able to speedrun this really easily. I will be a bit annoyed if improving her strength through the exemplar stuff doesn't let her hold the bolter. But it should work. Well, I think it will. Let's just try that right now. Peak condition. And she already has tenderize? Yes, okay. Did I give her that? I gave her the Emperor Protects, that's right. Heinrichs. And then let's... Oh, before I bother leveling everyone else up, let's actually see if that is indeed... Yes! 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 Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, that's worth doing all the leveling up over again. Don't actually remember what I gave Heinrichs. I don't think it was that. It was Relentless, that's what it was. And then... Ready to... No... I'll remember it when I see it. Almost certainly. He says coping. No. Rigorous training, that's what it was. Okay. And then Cassia, my beloved. I gave you... I sure gave you something. Gosh, now I'm not sure. Oh, it was Eager Subordinates. And then Physical Encouragement for you. For Pascal, I gave you... Eager for Battle, because you struggle for AP. And then I gave you Comprehensive Analysis. Actually, Comprehensive Analysis is only one more exploit. Yeah, let's do that. And then Ulfar, I gave you Flesh Wounds and Tenderize. And for moi, I chose... Not sure I remember. Two Cataclysm, but I do remember being somewhat happy with what I picked, so now I'm a little doubtful. Oh god, yeah, I'm not gonna... Presumably... Given how close I think I am to the end of the game, I'm not going to be able to actually get heavy armor proficiency. I suppose... Oh man, this is... Tough as Steel isn't going to do much for me. So I think... I guess if I just do... Upgraded defense, right? And then... I always wanted just a flesh wound, but I don't think I will. Yeah, I took Visions of Doom. Okay. And now that's the real level up for real, really. Give it a sec. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Now this is actually progressing through the level. Give me just a sec. My accursed reflection, what you got? Eruption. Life-draining sword. And Chaos Enforcer Carapace. Huh. Where'd that life-stealing sword go? Did I already have one? If so, it's going to be somewhere deep in my inventory, probably. It looked like the shitty default sword. Oh gosh. No. Really should have. No. We'll find it, and I will figure out what that weapon does. Just really confused. I definitely picked it up, right? Yeah. I guess I can just look at it like this. Okay. Successful hit with the sword. Target must pass a toughness resistance test. With a -5 penalty. On failure, the target suffers the bleeding effect, and veil degradation is increased by +1. Sword's wounds equal to 20. I see. I see. Okay, that's quite neat. If I were heretical, I might even equip it.
Follow my lead.
However, I'm not. What's over here? Malta charges, nice. Exitus Longlas. Okay, sure. Pretty good. Grants plus 25% hit chance. If the wearer has at least Iconoclast Zealot Conviction, damage is increased by plus 30% of current momentum. Holy shit. And Relic Silencer. Or does not lose the elusive effect if they attack from cover. I don't know what the elusive effect even is.
It's about time.
The tech flight has barely affected the bridge, but has almost completely devastated the Xenos structures below. Okay.
Victory
Sure
awaits.
thing. Okay. Just a text.
None shall stand in my way.
He's a little under the weather, but should still be good for... Ooh. Give me the Lord Xenos.
There.
One of the images stands out among the rest. This likely used to be the symbol of an ancient Xenos dynasty.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Cruciatum Litany. Every wearer's single attack gains plus 10% damage for each negative effect on the target. Huh. Incandescent Storm. Your attack action with this plasma gun has a separate cooldown. Oh shit. All of this plasma gun's attack actions can be used in a single turn. Oh shit. That's pretty neat.
A new
Honestly,
challenge
both of those
for
are
me.
pretty nifty. Okay. I'm gonna save the game. This seems like it's important. Seems like I'll get lore out of this, and I love lore.
Grants the insight.
Eliminate. Is that a traitor Necron? No. That doesn't quite look like it. It's probably... I guess
Follow my
Kalthazar,
lead.
I imagine. I guess we'll see.
I won't
Okay, so
tolerate
this is the only way
weakness.
forward. I'm not missing anything else, it looks like. Oh, 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 oh. There's a turret shooting at a Necron. Very cool. Anyway. Medicae stuff, melta charges, some grenades, and a rosary of defense. The wearer gains a number of unyielding beacon stacks. Percent chance to ignore any incoming damage. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, I can get back on that later.
None shall stand in my way.
Another memory core here, okay. Let's examine this. Oh my god.
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Nice. As soon as you touch the obelisk, ancient Xenos symbols appear in your mind, forming the words, "Open the Pocket Repository." Well, I'm curious what that is. Let's connect to this memory core.
Operation successful.
Bonk. Okay. Some guy smacking the Necron. Lord Inquisitor, we are progressing according to plan. Our troops have already reached the target. Okay.
It's
Alright.
about time.
Sure thing. What's this? Unnatural energies torment the Xenos' dead body, destroying and reconstructing it over and over. Huh.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh well. That's unfortunate. Oh shit! But then this is...
Victory awaits.
does not appear to be an alternative. But either way, they connect back up. So I guess I'll just have to
A new
bum rush.
challenge for me?
I'll make an example out of you.
Let's see. Magenta, you've... Oh, you're not that close. This is fine. Interesting. Still getting buffs from my reflections who are now dead. Okay, Ulfar, you need to stand back. This is probably gonna suck for everyone. we bowl.
Is that all you've got?
No, that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, she needs to get up there.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Concentrated fire.
Faith
Rapid
without
fire.
deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Confident approach. And
That is not the Emperor's will. As
kill.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
I'll do it.
Where's the other turret? Oh my fucking god. Alright. Well. That fight didn't make much sense. Yeah, it really... That's just silly.
Get me a target.
Ulfar.
See
Yeah, reckless
how
rush
the wolf
and
succeeds.
fucking
So
running
it
down,
shall
I
be.
guess. Yep. Wow. Oh my goodness. And you're not even, like, remote.
Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
Cassia, my beloved.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
I've made the game glitch out a little bit, perhaps. Must be something they're gonna patch out. I sure hope so.
Forge ahead!
Just vapor. That's so funny that I could just vaporize. Honestly, any members of the team could vaporize anyone else on the team pretty much at will, which is another thing that feels kind of silly about this game. It's not the end of the world. I don't really care that much, but it feels silly.
Not a problem for me.
Take an extra
All
turn,
too
woman,
easy.
and use it well.
As the
Reckless
Emperor
rush.
commands, I act. Rejoice in battle!
Wonder. Surely not. Yeah, no. Not quite. Pretty close.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. Not quite.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
Oh, hey. Argenta.
I am
Fuck 'em up.
fear incarnate.
I'll do it.
This. And
As the
rapid
Emperor
fire,
commands, I act.
and kill, name, destroy. Gotta be shitting me.
Each strike is a prayer.
There we go. And that's another level. Jesus. What did Ulfar? Oh, right, because he got shot.
Follow my lead.
Oh, that's... Nope, I didn't want to level up.
I'm
I wanted to
always
select
ready.
me and heal Ulfar. And we will... Oh. That's right, it only removes one injury.
Nothing I can't do.
One fresh injury, for that matter. Okay. Let's see what I get at this level. Sure. Second tier archetype talent and a skill bonus. Obscured threat now. Well, finally. Yeah. Ooh. One moment. Offensive. Fall. This would be nice if I used a ranged weapon. Don't actually have the ability to use medikits, which is fine because I can just psychically heal people. Okay, I see. No. Yes to this, though. Let's do ally coordination so that my team doesn't fucking kill each other. Although, it's the end of the game, I might as well do the stuff I want to do. Fuck yeah, let's do Obscured Threat. Make them dance. Oop. Yeah. Not needed. Make a resistant. Yeah, nah. Waiting orders. Stunned, pruned, blinded. This is actually quite tempting. I think yeah, screw it, let's do it. I can't get you that. Okay, so then I take athletics on you, right? Gonna send a text to my friends real quick. Okay. Hey, background noise, good to see you around. Let's see. Don't really need that. I mean, it would give him a little bit more armor, which would be nice and all. I think I'm gonna do this. And tech use and Medicae are maxed. The only thing that really makes sense to put points in at this point is logic. Cassia, my beloved. I'm almost out. No, I'm actually completely. I finally have every single navigator talent. Well, Sage. Your dinner's not for a little while. I know you like to beg, but I'm still not going to do it. I'll give you pets though. Yeah, screw it, Nerves of Steel. Everybody loves Cassia. Therefore, we all have more resolve when we're around her. And I suppose, I'll give you more persuasion. You, Argenta. Kill them. Fellowship's not that high, okay. Character in the current party has the same archetype. No. I don't know, heresy. Eh. Sage, you are going to have your dinner when you always have your dinner. Here, come here. I'm not going to overfeed you, but I will give you attention. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. I think I'm gonna do Contempt for the Weak. It's pretty conditional. I think I need Flash Fire. Yeah, screw it. We'll do Contempt for the Weak. And I can't give her more Demolition or Medicae. So I will give her instead... I guess Carouse in case she gets poisoned or something. Heinrichs. What am I giving you? Two times Agi bonus. It's Agi is 70, so it'd be plus 14% dodge. I think I'm gonna give him. I think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him Destined, so that if it becomes a drawn-out combat, damn it, I can give him Poisonous. All right, you can have Coercion then. Right.
It's about time.
Save the game. Eventually. There we go.
I better myself through my service.
Bonk.
I won't tolerate weakness.
That's not where I'm clicking. Okay, so that's not traversable. That's fine. The destructive web of the tech blight is spreading along the walls of the crypt. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
And... free shit. I guess I can sell this later? Question mark.
Victory
Maybe
awaits.
there's a new game plus or something. I don't know. Okay. Go over here. We save the game. No new game plus.
A new
okay.
challenge for me?
It's weird then that they are still giving me, like, goodies to pick up. Oh, I missed this. Imperial Pride, sure, and... New armor just dropped. Only took us till the end of the game to get it, but... Oh, and this gives the plus 15 strength that she didn't... Whatever. Legendary armor is better. Oh, there's 2 DLCs in the making. Where's the Argenta legendary armor from her quest line? I don't think I got it, because I think she... Whatever choices I made throughout the campaign, she didn't end up getting the 1 star. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, but, you know, there's always another playthrough to be had eventually. I'll probably try and do, you know, full Iconoclast, full, Heretic, full, Demagogue. Some overpowered armor. Alrighty. Said alrighty. Okay. Alright, so there's Texorcists. Yeah, alright now. End that game. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Your lordship, please forgive me. I have to get back to work. Okay, buddy. Sure thing. Whatever you say. Traitor, the Lord Inquisitor is expecting you. How curious. How curious indeed. Alright.
Follow my
Well,
lead.
you gotta say for yourself, Xavier. Alright, I'm gonna take a sip of water first. I see that you did not heed my warnings, Lazarus. Your decision to come here, in spite of them, may have consequences. But we still have a chance to turn it to everyone's advantage if your lordship listens to me very carefully. Master von Calox, I am pleased to see you. How was your journey? Illuminating, Lord Inquisitor. Heinrich's tone would have frozen anyone else solid, but not Calcazar. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates. Saving the Imperium. Isn't it obvious? I'll point at the Xenoconstruct. Is that what you're here for? What is it? We call it a shard, and yes, as you have noted quite aptly, it is the reason I am here. This construct contains an ancient, or rather a pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They are called the Stan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I am here to collar it. Calcazar nods at the giant device, whose design clearly points to it having been brought into the crypt from outside. What is this Satan shard, or Catan shard, and what is it doing here? A specimen of an ancient predator race, devourers of pulsars who feasted on star systems. Reality itself bent to their power, but many millennia ago an ancient Xenos race managed to defeat them, shatter them into pieces, and lock them away in prisons like the one you see before you. And you think you stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I am not just a human. I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many. And the Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. That is how humanity makes the impossible possible, with the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. And how will taming this creature help save the Imperium? Over my years of service, I've come to realize that the main problem that humanity faces in this war is the imbalance in power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters, and it is high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. Taking a famous quote, "Power levels are bullshit, a literal piece of a god." That is not the full extent of my vision. There are other shards similar to this one scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. Each conquered monstrosity will bolster our defenses. I still have many questions for you. Given the circumstances of our meeting, I do not see why I should hide anything. I seriously doubt you will share this information with anyone else. For one reason or another. How did this thing end up in your possession? Thanks to your predecessor, I arrived in the Expanse at the call of the Explorator fleet to deal with the Archmagos Ammonat's heresy. But I quickly came to the realization that the Cronus Expanse's problems ran much deeper than tech heresy. Unprecedented piracy running wild, blatant smuggling of Xeno artifacts, willful and impetuous rogue traders, and growing threat of the ruinous powers. All this in a region that the Drukhari considered their domain. Frankly, I considered purging the entire Expanse. It would have been much easier to burn down this whole tangle of threats and corruption. But the web of spies that I had woven presented me with much more interesting and radical solutions. While investigating Ammonat's connections, I turned my eye to Theodora von Valancius, who ultimately gave me the shard. How was Theodora involved in all this? Theodora's instincts were uncanny. She spent decades hunting for a key that could open the dimensional gate, as if she knew that there was something incredible waiting for her on the other side. Her ladyship was lucky enough to discover the shard during one of her expeditions, a trophy that was too much for her to handle. Archmagos Ammonat studied it on Theodora's behalf, creating weapons in exchange for access to the dangerous relic. But their research was too primitive and unambitious compared to the true power contained inside the shard. I had one of my own acolytes, Tenakia, send her spies to Theodora. They infiltrated the rogue trader's retinue, earned their trust, and reported to me about this magnificent object. The rest was trivial. I seized Epitaph and laid down the conditions of our further coexistence. She was wise enough to concede defeat with dignity. I commenced Operation Precious Sentinel. I left a garrison on Epitaph, took the key to the dimensional gate from Theodora, sealed the gate, and started the creation of the yoke. I kept Theodora and her heirs in my sights, just in case. Not long before her death, I assigned Heinrichs to her, and ordered her to rendezvous with him on Reichhead Minoris. But your lordship inherited him instead. I admit I wasn't aware of you. Theodora managed to keep her secret heir up her sleeve. Heinrich's lip curls. It is unfortunate that I was not privy to all the details of this plan. So instead of eradicating Theodora's misdeeds, you chose to inherit them? Argenta's voice rings with righteous steel. What is the yoke? A containment device similar to this one, except better. The yoke was devised by the brightest minds of two races using the ancient wisdom of a long-gone Xenos civilization. A prison capable not only of holding the Catan shard, but also of controlling it, while releasing fractions of its being. An instrument of obedience and destruction. A masterpiece whose creation required immense effort. It was made on Euphrates II. I captured Amanat's student, Axiomantha, and she passed all of her mentor's drafts to me. And the one overseeing the process was none other than your acquaintance, the tech priest Cubus Delphim. His fall was regrettable. It seems that the unorthodox, daring things he did at my behest drove him to break his vows and sink into heresy. But the human mind could never have comprehended the shard, alone. And thus I appealed to the inhuman mind. I struck a deal with the Drukhari. Theft of sacraments and secrets of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Registered. Inciting a devout tech priest to commit heresy. Registered. Blasphemous merging of sacred technologies with forbidden ones. Registered. Further transgression registration discontinued. The drill on Pascal's mechadendrite screeches in fury. You collaborated with the Drukhari. I already knew that. Alas, the operation demanded it. Through the agents of one of my acolytes, Emelina, I contacted Archon Numeris and made a pact. I gave her access to the technologies contained within this relic, and destroyed her rivals in the Cabal. She would relay information on their raids to my spies, and I would solve the problem. In exchange, her homunculus, Tervantius, forged the yoke for me. Of course, I did not let him near the shard itself, but rather set up a laboratory for him in Quetzaltemur. It was safer that way. All the pieces were contributing to my plan, but none had enough information to comprehend the entirety of it. Heinrichs cringes at Calcazar's words. You disposed of Emelina like unwanted rubbish, like waste material, after all her years of faithful service to the Golden Throne. Unfortunately, I had to send Emelina away and remove her from the board. A shrewd woman of principle, I used to value those qualities of hers, but suddenly they started to get in the way of my plan. It would have been safer to eliminate her before she could figure out what was going on, but I must have grown miserly over the years and was loath to part with a good agent. Perhaps I was simply being sentimental. Why do the Drukhari want the shard? It is one of the most complicated and perfect creations of a race much older than the Drukhari. It is no mere object, but a treasure trove of technology. A wise master could uncover many secrets simply by observing it. Sound strategy. Trust me, your lordship, the threat of the alien pales in comparison to that posed by the ruinous powers. Euremrus could plunder 1,000 worlds, but she is no Erlan the Cruel. She was as great a danger to her own kin as she was to the Imperium. The disruption she caused among the Drukhari was only to our benefit. She intended to trigger a powerful disjunction in Camorra, thereby destroying her rivals and elevating her own cabal in the process. Knowing full well how precarious her grand plan was, I made no attempt to talk her out of it. With a little luck, we wouldn't have need worry about Camorra's influence. It was a dark day when you dropped from under the tail of your rotten-wombed mother, you loathsome traitor! While we were fighting to exterminate the Xenos, you were busy carousing with them. Had I known sooner, I would have ripped your pitch-black heart right out of your chest. I readily believe that. Since we are being so candid, I must note that you proved to be a much less convenient tool than I had anticipated. This new information about a pact combined with the astro observation data collected in this star system resolves the inconsistencies identified earlier. Unit Xavier Calcazar stands accused of stealing the astrographic records of the Cognizance Fleet. I am amazed by your analytical prowess. Yes, I needed stars to feed the shard. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest could steal them and bring them here. but it was imperative to preserve the exact energy parameters so as not to trigger the object's premature detonation. I procured the necessary information on suitable stars from the Explorator Fleet's data scriptorium. Registering a Category 1 blasphemy, Unit Xavier Calcazar is hereby sentenced to intravital dissection and study. Upon the cessation of vital functions, the unit's remains must be disposed of in disgrace. The denizens of the Rykad system, Santiel's pride and all the other starless worlds. You were the one who sentenced them to death by sending the Drukhari after their sons. Well noted. Yes, I acted as their executioner, as regrettable as those losses were. However, to overestimate their importance to the Imperium would have been folly. Every single day, humanity pays a far more terrible price, and that must be brought to an end. And then I take it you decided to get rid of your Xenos allies. There was no more need for them, seeing as the yoke was almost complete and the situation was escalating out of control. Theodora was dead, the Cult of the Final Dawn had reared its head and was preparing to strike, and Eurymris had forgotten her place. She was putting forward too many elimination requests, and when I told her to curb her appetite, she retaliated. The theft of the Rykad star was timed to occur when Master Van Kallox would be on the planet. The Archon wanted to rob me of one of my agents and send a message. What? Rykad's son? Vanished because of me? And then the Corona's expanse was engulfed in flame. I had to rush the operation and declare sector-wide martial law. The webway gate that Eurymris' warriors had been using was destroyed, and the facility on Quetzaltemur razed. I evacuated the half of the yoke that Tervantius had completed, but was too late to retrieve the second half from Euphrates II. Ends justify the means personified. Yep, pretty much, yeah. Cubus Delphim revealed to Erlon the Cruel where he should strike, and that almost spelt the end of Operation Precious Sentinel. I appreciate your efforts in resolving this problem. In fact, you turned out to be much more useful than Theodora ever was. And why did you call for the Astartes to come to your aid? I needed a remarkably strong force to keep my Xenos allies in check. The Emperor's Angels were just the weapon I was looking for, except, considering the sensitive nature of my operation, I couldn't very well risk requesting aid from my allies in the Death Watch, could I? And then I remembered an old debt owed to me by a Space Wolves great company, so I decided to call in a favor. They were an asset at first. The Wolves helped me close the Dimensional Gate by overwhelming its security systems. I tasked them with hunting the Xenos condemned by Eurymris, but eventually they started prying, and that was unacceptable. I could control Thorvald by giving him more tempting targets, but the baleful Owlcat. They raided an outpost where my agents had been meeting with the Drukhari. The pack took prisoners, but lost the esteemed brother Ulfar. I hoped they would give their all to the search, but instead the wolves forced this system's coordinates out of the captives and came crashing down on my head. They had no gate to transport them. They used nothing but their warp engines. Thankfully, they realized their situation too late, so Tanakia managed to neutralize them. Ulfar stares coldly at him, the deadly frost of Fenris crackling in his voice as he speaks. You will pay for this, Xavier Calcazar. Know that I will have my blood vengeance. I will have your death. No, Deadwatch would find out and kill him, I see. You've come so far in pursuit of answers, Lazarus. It would be too cruel to leave your curiosity unsatisfied. Well, seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Not at all. I'm going to take another sip of water. Operation Precious Sentinel is in its final stages. The increase in Xenos activity is a vexing yet trivial development in the grand scheme of things. They were supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusion, and only the Catan Shard's emanations could make them stir. Theodora's research destabilized the Shard's prison, and my project only made it worse. But whenever particles of the Catan Shard's energy seep out, many curious phenomena occur. The destruction of the crypt, the warped reality. When I tame the monster, I will order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. And that brings us to the most interesting part of our conversation. You know my plan, so now I want to know yours. Will you admit that I am in the right and join me in this undeniably ambitious act, or will you try to stop me? I will be upfront with you. If it is the latter, I will be forced to remove you. But I am sure you'll realize that already. Listen to yourself. What you're planning is heresy. Enough, Lazarus. It will only be heresy if I lose. If I prevail, it will be a triumphant feat in the name of saving humanity from the horrors of this universe. And I will not lose. Oh, this is so tempting! I could just kill him afterwards. I mean, I want to know what I can do. I want to know what happens. I feel like it's insane. I feel like this is a terrible idea. I feel like he's probably being manipulated by, like, some psychic influence or the ruinous powers to do this. That's what I suspect. However, I really want to know what happens if I go with him. Yeah. Presumably, I have to imagine this would either unleash it entirely, or potentially wake, like, all the Necrons in, you know, our area. Yeah. I mean, okay, let me ask you a question, White Man. Have you tried this option? Option number 2. You have not tried it. I popped a save. Yeah, I have the save. That's what I'm thinking, right? I have the save. I want to see. This is for the content. This is a horrible idea. I'm with you. Wake the beast and let us shackle it together. So be it. Before we begin, I will say this. I am encouraged by your pragmatism, Lazarus. You have surpassed the Adora and my expectations, and I am grateful to know that I will not determine the fate of humanity alone, but with a dependable ally at my side. The beast's cage has fallen, but the yoke has started the binding process. Most of the entity's power will be restrained by the machine. Okay. Whatever is left is still potent enough to kill us all. Weaken its physical shell and distract it, and I will control the yoke and try to chain the monster. Alright. Oh yeah, this is definitely a bad idea. This is definitely a terrible idea. It's fine, we're just trying to enslave a god. Yaha. That tracks.
For the Emperor.
Okay. So. I'm missing someone from my party. No, I'm not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. I'm just blind. It has 2 initiative counts. Interesting. What you got? Aside from 14,000 health. That's all? You skip 1 fight? Disappointing, not to mention you still have the choice to enslave him even if you kill the Inquisitor before. Really? Really? Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe I can kill the Inquisitor afterwards. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Argenta, I need you to be alive but near it. Cassia, my beloved, you go there. Ulfar, you can go here since you need a lot of space. The only person who actually doesn't go before it is me. So I'll take the farthest spot. Well, a lot less HP than on Unfair. Guess it's normal. Yeah, I know they also adjusted some of the values for various difficulties. Enjoying the game? I am. This is, if you're not familiar with the game, I would say be careful, as I'm like in the last part of the game, so there are like, this is violently spoiler laden. But as long as you're cool with that, yeah, no, I'm enjoying the game a lot, and I'm looking forward to see what happens. Cassie, my beloved. Oh, I forgot to actually check. Activate Disperse. Teleports the enemies to random positions across the battlefield. Okay. Actually, 50 deflection, 250% armor, 95% dodge. Okay, that's fine. Oh shit, there's 3 of them. Or 3 turns. Needs Cassia to reduce its HP by like 1/3 anyways. Go Cassia, indeed. Well, actually... Unraveling Reality. Creates various copies of itself. Flow inversion. Unshaped area attack directed at the enemy who last dealt damage to the Katana Shard. What's up? You don't have the power that reduces HP. What's the power that reduces HP? Either way, I'm not too concerned about it. I deal ridiculous amounts of damage anyway. It's not showing me much of its abilities. What its weapons do? Unloading stars. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know much of what's about to happen. But... what's its willpower again? 75? Does she actually have the blood? She does, okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
This is gonna be good. And then...
I am a navigator,
eagerly holding
not a
your
servitor.
gaze. And then... Glimpse of Fate on Argenta. Cassie got 1 power you can select. Doesn't have resist save, so it's a 100% hit chance, and reduces the max HP of enemies in an area by 1/3 and reduces their willpower. Completely busted. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, is that, like, Warp Curse Unleashed? Do you know what the name of the power is?
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Yeah. Okay, so... let's do
Faith without
this.
deeds
It's
is
a purple...
worthless.
It's a purple eye button.
Doubt is for the weak.
I see. Let's see. Doing this should give me a stack. And then then doubling that should get me to 8, which should make... okay, cool.
As the Emperor commands.
This is fine.
I'll do it.
Double my versatility. Wildfire. Oh, I forgot to do confident
As
approach.
the
Oh
Emperor
well.
commands, I act.
We'll do that next go around. Ulfar. It is a shame that, this guy continuing to bump up in turns? Also, bounty hunter. I don't have a bounty hunter in my party right now. Okay. I probably don't want to be too grouped up. I'm just gonna guess that. This is definitely a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do confident approach. And then we're gonna do concentrated fire and rapid fire. And see what happens. Okay, no damage. Unfortunate, but not entirely unexpected.
None can do better than a warrior of the All-Father! I challenge you, damn
That.
So shall it be.
Probably also gonna. Okay, we're starting to break through. Starting to break through. And actually check to see how much damage that did. 2 whole damage. Okay, okay. We're ramping up. Argenta. Alright, it's time for you to really fuck some shit up. Calm and steady. Okay, so she already has confident approach active. That's right, because I did it last turn.
Guided by faith! I'll do it.
Let the Emperor guide your hand.
Doubt is for the weak. My Emperor!
See, he's already down, what, 2,500 HP? 2,300 HP. This is gonna be fine.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
Then
Doubt is for the
more.
weak. Emperor. As the Emperor commands.
And
I
then
act.
get yourself back into cover.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Alright, we've got him under 1,200.
I'll do
let's
it.
reload. Since it does provoke. And that'll be the turn. What you doing? You're gonna... Yep, you're scrambling us. Understandable. Alright, and... Eroding shard copy. Oh boy, this is gonna suck, probably. Oh, hey! On the plus side, Henrix does get to, fuck this, creature up. He cannot use Sword of Faith. That's a damn shame. Alright. Buff yourself up. Give yourself, and who's right after you? Pascal. Where's Pascal? He's way over there. Okay. Next is me. So we'll give both of us some momentum. The word of the Emperor. What's this pistol do again? Virtuous Vindication. Doctor's resistance test with a +10 bonus. If they fail, they suffer burning 24 and melting. Additionally, they're stunned for 1 turn. Okay. I don't believe that's going to happen. Let's hope that this hits. Hey, nice! Should have done more damage just based on the him hitting an opening. But okay.
I won't object to it.
Aim for the opening. And...
But of course, Lord Captain.
You're gonna want to endure. You're gonna want to give yourself regeneration. You don't need to use that just yet. Pascal, okay. Would that hit? No, it wouldn't. Okay. How many exploits do you have? 5? Great. Out of curiosity, how much? Nope, that's the wrong. Okay, those have a lot less armor and deflection. Do exploits. And then reduce its armor and dodge by a fuck ton. And then this Spirit Communion, followed by let's do that. All right. Is this something with special properties? Should be. Plus 3 times target deflection damage. Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Running binaric override. Creating moments of integrity.
I got him down to around 10k, and then let's mess up his damage, or reduces damage, and give him an additional
Request approved.
Alright. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Okay. I think this is doable.
Curse you, miscreant!
High momentum.
Where's Argenta? Where's Argenta? Argenta! Fuck! I'm gonna take a big risk here. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna grant myself some toughness. And then I'm gonna take a big risk here. Okay. Interesting. And then I'm going to damage you. Womp. Good shit. And then I'm gonna blind you. And give it sensory deprivation. Very nice. I'm gonna give everyone here some resolve. Hello, Sage. It's still quite a while until your dinner time. Yeah, Argenta, take it away.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Okay.
As the Emperor
Dash
commands,
away so you don't
I
provoke an
act.
attack of opportunity. Although that doesn't seem to be a thing. Think about it.
Thou
Reckless
just
Rush. And then
I'll do it.
we're gonna do that.
Faith
Do
without
concentrated
deeds is
fire.
worthless.
And it's killing time. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, I guess you could do this. That'll be good, yeah. Okay.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Nice.
As the Emperor commands, my Emperor.
Nice. It was at 9,800 at the start of Argenta's next turn.
Doubt
Wildfire.
is This is why I was chosen.
Hindrance to my release, I see you will be erased. Oh, it got an extra turn. Interesting. What's this energy orb? Cannot attack immobilized energy charge. And this command charge will explode this orb to deal lethal damage to all enemies. Okay. Copy that. Heard.
Not my specialty.
Bonus turn. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, I've got an idea. Dash there. 0%? I just don't believe that.
As the Emperor commands,
That
I
and
act.
that.
I refuse. Faith without deed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is why I was chosen.
That's what I thought.
I'll do it.
Okay. And, guess I'll heal Pascal.
All
a
too
little bit.
easy.
And I got the shit refunded.
Not a
I'll use
problem
my Scramp
for
Soul
me.
then. And give myself regeneration.
Already done.
Okay, Cassia's fine. Nice.
Fight like a pop!
Okay. Matter absorption.
Momentum.
I see, I see. Hey, Argenta.
Step aside. The navigator
Hey,
is
Argenta, I've got a job for you. Hey, Argenta.
That is
Alright, she's
foolishness.
still... Alright, well, we'll do this
Isn't
first.
this a job for the serfs?
Steady
I am
superiority.
his will made manifest.
Rapid
Doubt is for the
fire.
weak.
Concentrated fire. And fire.
Judgment.
Nice. Revel in slaughter. Wildfire. And, do this.
I'll do it.
And do that.
A providence cannot damage a star.
Fortunately, she only has, one... or four bolter rounds left. So next turn she'll have to reload, but that's fine, because she'll be able to do that quite handily. Oh hey,
In the
finest
name
hour.
of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
As
We're
the
gonna
Emperor
dash
commands,
back a little
I
bit
act.
so you don't provoke an attack of opportunity to reload. And then... yeah, fuck him up.
I'll do it. It is a prayer.
And then dash.
Contradictions.
Okay. So then, best I can do is probably like this. Okay, yeah. I'll do this next turn. I can get around behind the fucker.
will
Do
bathe
wildfire.
this battlefield in righteous fury.
Rapid
Faith without
fire,
deeds is worthless.
concentrated fire.
That is not the Emperor's will.
God. Oh, there we go.
I'll do it.
Be bound once more. No, your trap will be unmade. I'm sure you think it will be.
Smite your
Oh, it gets
enemies.
an extra turn. Trans-dimension... What the fuck was that? Nargenta's prone? Oh, what the fuck? Alright, well this complicates things a bit. Game, please stop bugging the fuck out when I tried to scroll down. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. God, that's so many status effects. Okay, well... Why don't you do this, Cassia?
I'm
Mend
not
reality.
accustomed to being ordered around.
And then do it again. I think I have the... Yeah, I do. And then...
I am a navigator,
this
not a servitor.
Nice. Ulfar. Ulfar. So, let's see, move there.
The fame-hungry come. Feel the icy
then-
bite of death. Wolves raid.
Double your stacks, so it doesn't cost any AP.
Corpse play.
Use wildfire,
See
use
how
rapid
the wolf
fire,
succeeds.
use concentrated fire, and
Become the All-Father's worthy
then
instrument.
kick him in the dick. And shoot him too, I guess. More versatile.
Feel the icy bite of death.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Heinrichs, you're still not able to use the Sword of Faith. That's a damn shame. Although I suppose now you can. Do
I'll
this.
put my psychic abilities to use.
Nice. Aim for the
Let's see to
opening.
it.
Warp
For the
strike.
throne, nothing
Nice,
stands
nice.
against me.
Hey Argenta, it's martyring time.
Let's see to it.
She's still not letting her stand up? Can't... Okay, well... I thought I was being clever.
Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Pascal doesn't get a turn. He's probably prone as well. Okay.
Born predator does not become prey.
Structuring shard cup. What is... Gains temporary wounds equal to its current wounds per each absorbed matter stack. I see. Naruto. So... Let's press the advantage. Give me a 1,000 damage nuke on the Catan Shard. Then we'll be able to...
Absolutely not.
Ulfar can't act. Okay. This is fine. Okay, I need to move a little bit closer to Cassie. Alright. Still in time.
Purposes.
Nice. This is nice. Make you sad
Nothing
again.
I can't do.
And make Cassia extra super duper happy. Let's give her
Not
the
a problem for me.
resolve too. Alright, Cassia, my beloved. Get his ass. I forgot to swap back to the... Oh, no, I didn't! I actually swapped back to the Bloodhound staff. Okay. Alright.
Me?
Hit it once.
If you insist,
For,
Lord Captain.
you know, whatever damage.
If I may.
And then... Cassia, my beloved. Oh, no, I'm not quite
Isn't
finishing
this a
it.
job for the serfs?
We're getting pretty damn close. And, now we let all the creatures to... Okay, that's not great. Alright, Cassia, my beloved, finish it off. Oh. Okay. Ten Shard. The ancient monster struggles against the energy manacles of the yoke. So, okay, something's different. Its impossible powers that make reality itself burst at the seams are now being forced into a compact dungeon, quark by quark, returning it to a cruel and painful non-existence in the moment. It could struggle harder, but something hinders it. You are the cause of these hindrances. Only now does the Catan Shard turn its focus to you, for the battle was nothing more than the reflexive resistance of an alien mind absorbed in a completely different range of thoughts and responses. But now it is thinking about you, and its thoughts are so corporeal that you can sense them and know them. It seeks an end to the confrontation. It is capable of resolving it in a way that would benefit all. Do not listen. It is almost broken, so now it is trying to negotiate. It seems that the same intrusive thoughts have appeared in Kalkazar's mind as well. Nevertheless, his resolute voice overpowers even the violent roar of the yoke, still in the process of reaping the shard's power. Weaken it more, and soon enough the binding process will be complete. In the name of the Emperor, Lazarus! Oh, shit. As yet another layer of reality cracks, a figure appears before you. Her. After giving you a probing and appraising look, Theodora permits herself a slight smile. Well, think about the Catan. Mental contact is effortless. This is not communication. Such a powerful being cannot comprehend communicating with anyone but its equals. It simply bears the gift of making the other hear and understand it. So grand is the potential of its thoughts. Try to comprehend what the Catan is. The Catan is the pinnacle of reality. It is eternity, dominance, omnipotence, individuality. The Catan is the original purpose behind all existence. The rest was born in order to contain, nourish, and be appropriated by the Catan. To the Catan, space is an illusory variable. To it, time is a young and trivial phenomenon, for it had existed for an eternity in the gaseous energy fount of the universe before time was eventually born. To the Catan, fact and probability are mere abstractions, between which it can soar on its electromagnetic wings. Currently, the Catan is not whole. It was shattered into lesser pieces, and so were its thoughts and powers. The feeling of emptiness is oppressive, and it yearns to become one again. You hear Pascal's vox whisper, "I know this feeling, Xenos." Try to feel the motives behind the Catan's actions. The Catan wishes to be. All Catan exists to spread and conquer, not to stay manacled within untime, or it was entombed by the contemptible sentient tools, away from all that is. The Catan wishes to ascend, sate its hunger, and embrace once more the pure exhilaration of claiming and taming reality. Prepare to understand the benefits the Catan promises. Power, eternity, comprehension. The Catan once chose to reign over the short-lived races and forged a new and glorious fate for them. It has learned from its mistakes. Now it will only bestow upon the chosen few. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what turned the Necrons into the husks of being that they now are. The Catan can grant. Your thoughts falter, for it is difficult for your mind to fathom the full scope of this word. The Catan can grant everything. Alright, I'll stop thinking about it. It is much easier for you to stop trying to comprehend the Catan than for it, one who can grasp the world in hundreds of ways, to stop comprehending you. This monster will serve... I'll try and touch Theodora. Particles of reality around you begin to boil. Trying to heal the wound upon existence and preventing her from entering your version of being. You and she can exchange words, thoughts, glances, but a physical connection is an impossibility. You are merely fleeting phantoms that could scatter at any moment. She is silent, her gaze still trained on you, as if she is trying to commit your every feature to memory. You and Calcazar did so many terrible things in pursuit of your ambitions. Tell me, was it worth it? Her smile widens. It is always worth it. You will understand it yourself. The wound on reality is healed, and the vision of Theodora quickly fades away. You catch her last words. Whatever fate you choose, one can only hope it will be better than mine. This monster will serve you. Calcazar roars, frantically pulling the levers of the Oak's control altar. That was not the plan, Lazarus! Stop! He tries to reach for his weapon, but his hands are full, operating the intricate machine, not allowing even a moment to do so. This will not happen! I'm afraid that is no longer for you to decide. I'll kill him. Calcazar does not notice the attack until it is too late. The blood gushing out of his mouth spreads in crimson stains on the Grand Machine's plating. The Lord Inquisitor's equally grand plans that will now never come to fruition. Managing a stern smile, he only says, "Did I really turn my back to you? Getting sloppy." Grinning, Ulfar growls vengefully. "Farewell, foul wretch! A Morkai gnaw on your entrails for all eternity." Your strike leaves another fracture on its ethereal body, forcing the Catan to expend one more grain of its attention on maintaining its physical form. And that is all it takes for its power to start flowing into the yoke in an endless stream. The ancient monstrosity lets out an enraged howl, for this is the second time in an eternity that its freedom is being usurped in so forceful a fashion. Its power is mine, not Calcazar's, especially because I don't trust Calcazar to wield this power. The Catan, now enthralled by the heavy yoke, needs no word to know who its new master is. It reads your mind for the slightest of aspirations, heeds them, and elevates your being. Human feelings give way 100-fold more perfect ways of perceiving the universe that are intrinsic to the Catan. You command, it obeys. Hell yeah! Surely this will have no negative consequences. Beneath your feet, entropy is devouring what little remains of the Xenos crypt. Before you lies an entire galaxy, a galaxy that is not yet ready for the power that you have obtained. Alright, well, let's seal this sucker up for a little while. I could really use a smoke break. Grand finale, you finished the game, and what was the other achievement? Overcome and overpower, you completed the game on daring difficulty or above. Oh, okay. The Catan Shard, a deity from a forgotten era, was enslaved by the rogue trader. The Empyrean above the Corona's expanse trembled, touched by the winds of great change. Having tamed a deity, the Von Valancius dynasty became the dominant power in the expanse. Of course, news of the horrible monster that Lazarus von Valancius was using to terrorize the entire sector would sooner or later reach the Imperium and prompt a punitive expedition, but The rogue trader was given plenty of time to prepare. Pulled between various forces that were desperate to control the rogue trader, his lordship managed to walk the fine line between fanaticism, heresy, and becoming a heartless monster. Each force was either an ally or an enemy, but none were his master. Lazarus served only himself and his dynasty. Everything else was either a resource or a trophy. Incendia Corda continued her merciless fight against the heresies plaguing the Expanse. Not concerning herself with notions of jurisdiction, she brought the Imperium's justice everywhere she went, killing heretics by the thousands. Stained glass windows with her likeness, illuminated by bonfires, graced the sector's chapels. With her tightening grip of fear, the prayers of the pious became ever more fervent in their reverence of the gracious chastiser. Resisting the temptations that besieged him, Caligos Winterscale returned to his domain and began to piece together the shattered remains of his protectorate. Until his dying day, his actions and thoughts were dedicated to saving abandoned worlds and protecting survivors. Alas, he was not able to achieve much in the time he was allotted. He breathed his last breath on the same throne that he refused to leave for decades, adamantly refusing augmetics that would restore mobility and power to his legs. The cult of St. Drusus continued its indefatigable struggle to spread the faith around the Expanse and expose the vile transgressions of the authorities. The stronger and wealthier a planet was, the less its rulers wanted to see the black-clad preachers. Riots and assassinations pushed the cult to the place where it felt most confident, the frontier. After the death of Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, a man called Chaplain took over the leadership of the Drusian mission. He hid his name, but not his crimes or his piratical past. With the resolve of an experienced voidfarer, he steered the cult and even led his fellow believers on military expeditions against brigands, enforcing order and converting depraved captives to the faith. In the following years, the Cognizance fleet slowly and deliberately left the explored systems of the Expanse for the furthest remote regions. Observation stations claimed worlds were abandoned. Observation stations and claimed worlds were abandoned, and even Euphrates II became derelict. Statistical divination warned the fleet's conclave of the grim events awaiting the Expanse, and they decided to deliver their fellows from the coming storm. Yet, they did not share the truth with the laypeople. The schism of discontinuing the cycle engulfed the entire Cognizance fleet, and soon the Civil War was over. Disregarding the commandments of their forefathers, the explorers started down a dangerous path of new comprehension, creation, and a revision of procedures and algorithms. The fleet was united once more, and in its unity, it was ready to stare down any horrors standing in the way of the catechism of maintenance and operation. Magos Dominus Opticon 22, one of the first to hail the return of the Messiah, took the helm of the Mother Squadron of the Cognizance fleet. Unquestioningly embracing the teaching of discontinuing the cycle, he personally saw to the crushing of any renegades who did not accept the Messiah's word as truth, and earned himself the identifier Chrome Scourge. The crisis in the Expanse dealt a serious blow to business interests of the Fellowship of the Void. Get fucked. Having no powerful allies, they retreated into the darkness of frontier systems. The hard life they faced there forged them into a new tribe, furious, wild, and willing to do anything for survival. They swore to return and retake what had once been theirs. After Rizza's death, her place was taken by a quiet man who simply called himself a helpful acquaintance, and was prone to coining his own nonsensical words. Few guessed that this scrawny fellow had been Rizza's first mate, who possessed an iron will and a truly monstrous nature. On his quiet orders, the pirates conducted brazen and violent raids. I need some water. Violence throughout the Expanse put many on their guard, and as a result, the Casbolica mission's business declined. Soon, rumors surfaced among the cold traders. I'm still not gonna feed you early. I'll give you attention again if you want it, but I'm not gonna turn you into a little fuzzy beach ball. I love you too much to do that. Alright. Soon rumors surfaced among the cold traders about a so-called commission that had made it through the Maw and into the Expanse. Its professed purpose was to audit assets and take measures to restructure operations. These words carried with them an ominous threat. When Octaviana became the new leader of the Casbolica mission, she made every effort to not end up like the Ladane. The mission's leadership demanded profits, and courtesan forces thirsted for blood. Octaviana's dilemma sorted itself out when one day all of Footfall's cold traders were arrested and herded into the Adeptus Amacius. The ship was undocked from the station and left to drift toward Furibundus with no fuel and almost no air. Octaviana was not on board. She had made a deal to turn over all her accomplices, and she disappeared with a fortune in thrones. Sage. Being kind of a little turd right now. Come here. A multitude of agreements bound the Imperial Navy to the Von Valancius dynasty. Captains were eager to patrol the Protectorate, knowing they would be richly rewarded. Competing ships were lost to quote-unquote pirate attacks and subjected to harsh inspections. Many officers quietly entered the dynasty's service, receiving a salary and title in exchange for their excellent skills. Worthy admirals valued their new friends and enjoyed more gold on their uniforms. Chartist Captain Asterius Thorfast founded the Thorfast and Companions Merchant Company, excelling in trade and acquiring a substantial escort fleet. After 3 decades, he traveled to the Maw to return to the Imperium in hopes of obtaining the fabled warrant of trade. It is not known how this venture ended. When the rogue trader's apostasy became apparent, the Imperial Navy fulfilled its duty and fought the Von Valancius dynasty. The Battle of Dargonus ended in resounding defeat, and the surviving ships fled to distant systems. Disheartened, but not broken, the captains vowed to rebuild their force and planned raids into the apostate territory. The crucial reason for the defeat was the extraordinarily high percentage of captains who betrayed their oaths and defected to the rogue trader's side. Overnight, he acquired a battle-ready fleet of his own. Dargonus grew and prospered until it became the capital of the Coronis Expanse. The planet was like a giant magnet whose pull held together the worlds of the Expanse, absorbing the treasures and vices of the sector. Humanity was exploring the Expanse, and Dargonus became the capital for the brave starfarers and pioneers. It was from here that expeditions departed into the uncharted wilderness, and here they returned bearing wondrous trophies. Captains, cartographers, and scribes flocked here to exchange news. Kiava Gamma washed off the stain of its former defilement, and became known as a pious and productive world. Hard work and inquisitive study of the mysteries of technology glorified the Deus Mechanicus. The enthroned Null Caliph drew millions of pilgrims and granted the planet hallowed status. Its sacred calculation continued for centuries, and the foremost sages of the Adeptus Mechanicus traveled to the world so they could attempt to divine its meaning. Janus was conquered, the Xenos spirits were exorcised, and the wilderness was subdued. The fields grew until they covered the entire planet, and billions of tons of provisions were harvested there. Janus had become the breadbasket of the Expanse, and to threaten it would be to condemn millions to starvation. Janus became a melting pot for cultures from hundreds of worlds, taking in refugees from across the entire Expanse in its darkest hour. It became a stronghold and a symbol of hope. After the crisis passed, the refugees started to return to their home planets and to reclaim the lost worlds, thus earning Janus the proud name, the home of the Reconquista. The mines of Veabos 6 grew deeper and deeper, and soon the planet became the darkest and most frightening colony of the Expanse, a final stop for the exiled and the damned. The brutal, hardened inhabitants of the Death World feared neither humans nor xeno-horrors, knew no mercy, and were known as the most fearsome fighters in the sector, who had traded their lives for the right to leave the eternal darkness of the mines. Guarded, luxurious palaces were built under the climate domes, shrouded by clouds of poison. They housed so many powerful blackguards, persecuted aristocrats, and wealthy scoundrels that Veabos 6 gained unimaginable political influence. Such grand and sinister deeds were done there that before long the grim Death World was spoken of as the new political center of the Expanse. No longer secluded and forlorn, Foulstone turned into the spiritual center of the Expanse, clad in gold and power. Rulers went there to be anointed for greatness, criminals for penance, and the righteous for encouragement, and there was no end to them in sight. Converted into a comet shrine, Foulstone's moon spread the word of St. Cognatius throughout the Expanse. Protecting worlds from attacks by the enemies of humanity, its servants asked for neither money nor power, but only the relics left by their blessed patron. The wise handed them over with reverence, while the haughty learned how heavy the hammer of Foulstone was. The fate of the pure-voiced prophet, guardian of the hallowed crucible, was a sad one. After visiting 7 worlds and bestowing the blessing of transformation upon them, he perished at the hands of bloodthirsty Drukhari pirates, along with his retinue and the priceless relic. Oh, fuck. I wish I could have done more to, I don't know, clean up the Expanse, but it didn't really seem to give me that option. The great judgment of Incendia Corda and the atrocities committed by her confessional units bled Footfall dry. The station soon faced a labor shortage, and few survivors of the religious purges could handle the increased workloads. Without the thrones from the Cold Trade, the station fell into decay. Footfall entered an era of piety, hunger, and hardship. More water. Left without a sun, the Rykad system ceased to exist. Its now frigid planets spun away into the darkness, no longer held by the gravitational pull of their star. A century later, a fragment of Rykad Minoris entered the Furibundus system and was snared by void miners. A piece of its rock was delivered to Footfall with reverence and used in the restoration of the God Emperor's statue as a final memorial to the world devoured by corruption. With the fall of their unholy patron, the Edge of Daybreak, the cult of the Final Dawn perished as well. Every cell of the cult was hunted down and eliminated. Rumors that some worshippers of the ruinous powers had managed to get away, hiding the writings of their warp-banished lord under their robes, were baseless. Left without a mission or leader, the Word-Bearers retreated into the depths of the Immaterium. Their last act of vengeance was a bloody assault on Footfall. The populace of several asteroids was exterminated or enslaved, and the statue of the God Emperor was badly damaged. Rumors of the rotting remains of an Eldari craft world spread around the Expanse. Explorators, privateers, Kazbalika agents, and anyone hungry for easy money all rushed to frontier systems to vie for a piece of the prize. Some were swallowed by the warp, while others perished in skirmishes with their rivals. The most skilled and fortunate returned empty-handed after decades of searching. The colossal ship, as big as an imperial world, simply vanished as if it had never existed. But the legend of the forbidden treasure lived on and continued to bring daring souls to ruin. Oh yeah, I guess we never got to go to the craft world itself, to Cruderok. It's kind of fucked up. Eldari from the fallen craft world Cruderok, who once traveled through the darkness of the Expanse in a desperate attempt to gather the remains of their kind, were becoming a rarer sight. Even the most skillful Kazbalika agents and audacious bounty hunters, with knowledge of Xenos settlements on the edges of the Expanse, could no longer find their trail. Squads of Eldari Rangers suddenly appeared on different worlds and disappeared abruptly, without shedding a drop of blood. Their purpose remained an enigma. The spirit monolith, purified by the Harlequin troop on the Crone world, was hidden from the insatiable eyes of Monkey by raging warp storms. Ships started going missing more frequently in the systems close to the planet. Even the most courageous captains gave the region a wide berth, and it was named the Damned Reefs. Somewhere on the underside of reality lay Komorra, woven from manifold other dimensions and illuminated as always with the light of stolen suns, its streets ever filled with screams and agony. Any misfortune experienced by the Dark City became another scar on its appalling face, lost among thousands of other vile blemishes. As long as pain pulsed in its blood-soaked spires, the insatiable and unshakable Komorra continued its flight through the webway, along with its unchanging ruler, the leader of the Cabal of the Black Heart, and the most dangerous of all Drukhari, Azrael Vecht. After the Rogue Trader's visit, dimensional rifts opened around the spire of the Reaping Tempest, flooding the streets of Komorra with demons. Reaving Tempest. This incursion terrified Komorra. The Cabal of the Black Heart managed to stop it, but some Archons saw the event as a sign of their leader's weakness. Others interpreted it as a grim omen for the entirety of the Dark City. The fall of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest united Komorra for a brief and bloody moment. The elites of the Dark City set their squabbles aside and found a new game in tearing apart the domain of Archon Euremris. The fate of the Reaving Tempest reminded the other Cabals that nothing lasts forever in the Dark City, save the city itself. Leaving the Necron systems behind, the Star God vengefully obliterated every tomb world of the ancient Xenos race. The old hatred of the Catan, betrayed by their deathless servants, whispered inside him. The voice of Voxmaster Vigdis Suri Otta of the Ptolemy dynasty was long heard in the Corona's expanse. trumpeting the arrival of the rogue trader. It brought glad tidings to the faithful and instilled horror in heretics awaiting righteous retribution. After her death, Vigdis was granted the honor of being immortalized in a herald servo skull. For many centuries to come, her voice praised the Von Valancius dynasty, transmitting orders across decks. Master Helmsman Revor diligently executed his duties until his dying day without once succumbing to sleep's sweet embrace. Only when a piece of shell penetrated the bridge's armored hull and was stopped by the stern officer's unyielding chest did he finally know rest, leaning against his trusty helm. Many years later, High Factotum Janrus Danrock sought permission to retire. He said that age had softened his heart, and that a more worthy, young, and assertive successor should take over his position. There was no shortage of candidates. Under all that fat, Danrock had a sentimental heart. He spared nothing for the orphans of those who had died serving the rogue trader. The children were given an excellent education, and were eager to serve the Von Valancius dynasty. Urban's Drivestone cared more about preserving the influence of his line than the well-being of the Protectorate. His blind ambition died working for you. Weird. Interesting. It seems like your conviction choices change some of these. His blind ambition lost him his governor's seat and the respect of his family. Within a few generations, one of the largest houses of Dargonus turned into an obscure family of petty aristocrats. Toriana Gaprak missed the moment when her family, which had previously functioned like a well-oiled machine, started to fall apart, racked by infighting. Among her distant relatives, many blamed Toriana for the Kiavagama disaster. Soon the Gaprak family splintered into warring factions and spent centuries locked in a violent struggle only occasionally punctuated by futile attempts to reunite the house. Golly, this is a lot of talking. Needing to, just tear it through water. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but... Jeez. Okay. Machariah Sourback was loyal to the rogue trader to the last, despite all the rumors to the contrary. Finding little affection among his subjects or family, he stayed true to himself, remaining a forthright, severe, and pious person. Machariah strived to ensure that every soul in his charge felt justifiable dread before him, both him and the God Emperor. I think I killed that guy. Regina Sourback's sugar-tongued loyalty to the rogue trader prompted many crude rumors. The gossip stopped one day when the Sourback's cold bodies were found in their bedroom. It is widely believed that they fell victim to the machinations of distant relatives. Yet vicious whispers persist that at some point between being stabbed by the poisoned blade and succumbing to his wounds, Machariah himself wrung his dear wife's slender neck. That tracked, if they were still alive, which they weren't, because they were executed for their treachery, but okay. That was a really weird and bugged part of that mission for Abelard's background. Anyway, members of House Wersirian served the dynasty faithfully and loyally, amassing more and more power. A century later, they had finally gained the respect enjoyed by other noble houses. Yet, power and luxury can dull any blade. The now pampered and idle aristocrats were scarcely recognizable as the descendants of the formidable Senescal Versirian. For reasons unknown, members of the Versirian family found themselves time and time again as targets of assassinations, victims of unpredictable riots and the focus of palace intrigue. The misfortune that plagued their house suddenly stopped when Regina Sourback met her end, which she met when I executed her. Clementia Versirian, daughter of Abelard and Chancellor of Dargonus, executed her duties irreproachably, and even found time to school the younger generations of her family. She was an equally skilled mentor, chancellor, and political operative. After a century of immaculate service, she surprised everyone by leaving her position and becoming the first mate on a trade ship. She would later admit, like a true Versirian, that she had always had a passion for ships and voidfaring. Ooh. Now we get into a weird guy. I'll give you pets. I'm just not gonna overfeed you. The Harlequin known as Nocturne of Oblivion visited the Expanse once again. Sneaking into Dargonis, he came to the Rogue Trader's palace and left him a special gift. A case of Eldari crafting, unmistakably ancient and precious, adorned with the rune of an eye inside a triangle. Only the Lord Captain knew what it contained. The Harlequin candidly warned him that he was drawing the von Valancius dynasty into a deadly dance, a shaking doom, that all will freeze within the threads of a terror's loom. Then he promptly departed, and not without reason. A few hours later, assassins from the Dark City appeared, following his trail, and were mercilessly killed. Their armor bore the sign of the Cabal of the Black Heart. After months of searching, Dargonis wardens found the remains of Achilles Scalander in the lowest levels of the Hive. Drukhari artifacts and records discovered beside him indicated the agent of the Inquisition had been compromised and was working for the Xenos. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, this is one I was curious about. Adelia Bellardo, the granddaughter of the pirate Jerrycan Dens Bellardo, grew up to be a quick-witted and energetic captain. Since her guardian, who went simply by the name Chaplain, knew only faith, slaughter, and voidfaring, he advised her to invest her inheritance in a void ship. Her trade clipper, the Snake, traveled to all the subtle worlds of the Expanse, and to many uncharted ones as well. In all the time that Adelia Bellardo was captain, her ship never once fired on a civilian vessel. The Expanse is full of strange stories, yet one of the most bizarre tales emerged in the wake of Rogue Trader von Valancius' rise to prominence. According to the legend, on every world the Rogue Trader visited, people or objects would suddenly vanish without a trace if they found themselves in the same room as a mirror, even an utterly ordinary one. Oh! Having completed his last journey with his Lord Captain, Abelard Viserion, with the gracious permission of the Rogue Trader, left his post as Senescal and took over the helm of his large family. House Viserion rose above its rivals and was never again the target of persecution, even after their esteemed patriarch died decades later in his bed, surrounded by his grieving loved ones. Abelard's shining memory was blighted only by rumors of a creeping madness in the twilight of his life. Many said they had seen the esteemed Senescal talking to someone unseen, in a voice filled with unusual tenderness and sorrow. That's right, because he, saw echoes of his wife or something. Something like that. After the battle on Epitaph, Argenta was firmly set on the path of a sister Repentia. Her former fervor and zeal gave way to grim, cold resignation. She longed for death, yet death seemed to flee before the former companion of the Lord Captain. Or perhaps she just could not find a worthy opponent. So things carried on, until one day while fighting heretics on an uncharted world, Argenta threw herself into a massive inferno to strike down a horrendous warp spawn. Her comrades saw only shadows in the fire and heard the beast's dying bellow. The flames burned for several days. When they finally subsided, Argenta's body was found among the charred rubble, lifeless but untouched by the fire. In one hand, she held her chainsword, in the other, a shard of the golden Aquila she had always kept close ever since arriving in the Expanse. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale unlocked a sea of possibilities for Jai Hadari. She left the Kazbala mission and became an independent agent. Choosing one's destiny is a unique gift that ordinary mortals would never dare dream of, but Jai was no ordinary mortal. She found new friends, skillfully danced along the knife's edge between trade and piracy, stole from the strong, granted mercy to the weak, and even bought a couple of modest planets, and she never ever betrayed herself. If you complete her quest, the ending is much better. Yeah, I did Argenta's quest, but it just didn't, I guess, the dialogue choices I made with her made her want to be repentant rather than, and so, her faith didn't let her inside the ship, basically. I'm probably gonna do, a full, dogmatic playthrough in the future. Half a century later, a fledgling rogue trader whose name is now forgotten brutally crushed Jai, accusing her of abusing her power. The rogue trader conquered her worlds, exterminated her people, and did everything in her power to wipe Jai's name and vulgar deeds from the Expanse's memory. Heinrich von Kellox, the former interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, took the mantle of the Lord Inquisitor after his mentor's death, receiving both the Inquisitor's rosette and the duty of defending the sector from the enemies of humanity. Van Kellox became the new warden of the Coronis Expanse. After laying his hands on the instruments of mass destruction, the Inquisitor announced a crusade against the many heresies of the Expanse. With no regard for the lives lost and no mercy for the smallest of offenses, he purged the region with fire and sword, uniting thousands of fanatics under his banner. When Inquisitor Van Kalox's time came to an end, he left behind a massive retinue of acolytes. One of them assumed his mentor's mantle, and the Inquisitor fell fighting unknown Xenos in the galactic south of the Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor found a most loyal ally in Incendia Corda. She gladly became a lethal instrument of retribution in Van Kalox's hands, knowing no rest. In her journeys with the rogue trader, Cassia Orselio experienced all the hardships and delights of the galaxy. The invaluable experience and new knowledge helped her to finally conquer her fears and accept herself and her powers. The Lady Navigator became Novator of her house, tasked with addressing the consequences of Tisiphane's rule and the chaos that followed her disappearance. For the duration of her reign, she patiently worked on uniting the feuding branches of the house, forging alliances and expanding the influence of House Orselio. The Starway Atlas, which contained the memories of Tisiphone and the Sthala clan, lost its power. House Orselio's navigators once again had to rely on skill alone in the depths of the Immaterium. Many lost their lives, but those who survived the crisis became hardened veterans and pillars of the house. Most of those fortunate souls were young and brave. Too few among them were old and wise. Despite scandalous rumors about a love affair with the rogue trader, Lady Navigator Cassia continued to accompany her lover among the stars of the Expanse for a time. Their love was like a candle flame, warm, tremulous, insatiable, and quickly extinguished. When Cassia took the throne as Novator, love gave way to duty. Some praised their doomed love over glasses of Amasec, while others cursed it and spat in disgust. Yet even after entering an arranged marriage and passing on her precious genes, Cassia kept in contact with the only person she had ever fully loved until her dying day. That's kind of sad. I should be able to steal her from the Novators and just be like, my wife. In announcing the discontinuing of the cycle, the Amunet Collective instilled terror in the hearts of those who revered the theorems of purity, but it gave hope to others. After gathering its disciples and recruiting servo soldiers from vassal planets, I'm done, yeah. It ventured to the worlds of the Screaming Vortex. I did win, yeah. And to the infernal forges of the Dark Mechanicus. This march of re-indoctrination was meant to seize the stolen secrets of the Omnissiah from the hands of the heretics, temper the cult in the fire of battle, and transform it into a tool for both eradication and comprehension. The fleet disappeared in the darkness, and only rare echoes of its astropathic messages were ever intercepted. The unit Abel Hanneman continued his service to the Amunet Collective. In unity with 5 companion minds, he rediscovered the joy of direct cognitive communication, unmarred by inborn otherness. While outwardly silent, he joyfully described the images, concepts, and ideas that the Omnissiah revealed to him. Fulfilling his function, he overflowed with the exultation of efficiency. For many long years, Yurliet traveled at the rogue trader's side, helping him decipher the secrets of lost Xenos races and lending him the wisdom of her kind. Half a century later, she sensed that it was time to say goodbye. The path of the outcast had come to an end. After bidding farewell to her Alantag, Yurliet made her way to her surviving kin. She followed a new path, the path of the warrior. She only hoped she would never be forced to raise her weapon against the mortals who would become her true brothers and sisters in arms. Rumor has it that Yurliet and Pascal met again among the alien stars. A band of Eldari warriors were trying to protect an ancient planetary edifice of their people from the covetous servants of the Omnissiah. Upon learning that Yurliet was leading the Xenos, Pascal personally descended to the planet and struck down his former comrade in arms. Her death did not stir any feelings in his metallic heart. Jesus. After joining the Stormbiters, Ulfar Thunderlung soon became the pack leader, taking the place of Thorvald, who met an honorable end. The new leader sent a message to Fenris, stating his intention to remain in the Expanse. There were too many enemies yet lurking in these hunting grounds that deserved the Allfather's wrath. Legends paved the formidable pack's path in gold. Years later, Ulfar found a battle in which he could meet his honorable death, but the warp was suddenly torn asunder, and ships from Fenris bearing the mark of the wolf head came to his aid. Saved from the battlefield by his loyal companion Halbrand, Ulfar accepted the honors of the Dreadnought and was entombed in sacred armor. During the blessed ritual, he cursed and demanded to be left to his death, but his brothers merely answered with mirthful laughter. When he recovered his senses, Ulfar led his forces to the heathen stars. The Allfather had given him a new mission in a near-death vision. No one in the Expanse has yet heard word of the Space Wolves since their departure, yet many believe that one day they will return victorious. It is rumored that the true cause of Thorvald Ironhide's demise was treachery. Faced with a superior enemy, the Space Wolves called on their allies for help, but a nearby squadron of the Cognizance fleet withdrew, defiantly broadcasting that the blood debt to Archmagos Amernat is not forgotten. Jesus. Okay. The mysterious entity named Nomos left the Von Valancia's ship, but not the Expanse. Rumors about machines behaving strangely and worryingly potent tech miracles emerged every year on dozens of worlds. Most of the miracles came down to technology refusing to obey Xenos and heretics, turning against them and leading them to their demise. Several non-human or non-Imperium worlds were set back in their development, as their inhabitants saw any machine as a potential threat. There were many who wanted to find the source of these strange phenomena, yet Nomos were sufficiently cautious to avoid apprehension. Oh, such was the echo of the deeds of the rogue trader of House von Valancius. Deeds that transformed the Corona's Expanse and prepared it for events even darker and more violent. But those are the events of a different story. This one has come to an end. And how about that, eh? Let's see. It's for the DLC, I see. Naruhodo. Or not. Don't know if it's during or after the game. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It definitely seems like that it's intended that there will eventually be... Hello, Sage. Hello. I saved the world! Hell yeah! Oh, jeez. Sage. Okay. What do they need moderators for? Production babies. Oh, that's cute. Hope for a dungeon run mode where you level up as you go, like the Pathfinder's had. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be down for that. A lot of artists. There's a lot of artists. And one rigger? I guess you can reuse a lot of animations, huh? English cast, Alan Anderson, Ian Russell, Elsie Lovelock was Cassia's voice. I'll have to look up her work sometime later. And then there's Russian voice cast, which I never heard any of their voices, so I'm not... I mean, good for them, but... also wouldn't really be able to exactly enjoy any of their other work, considering it would presumably also be in Russian. I'm not exactly fluent. The people work on the music. I do quite enjoy the music in this game. French localization, okay. Patrick. Nice, okay. Games Workshop. Special thanks to the team at Games Workshop. And then special thanks to... I imagine these are the Kickstarters, question mark? I don't actually know. Either way, holy shit, that's a lot of names. Oh my god, we're on C of the alphabet, I've just realized now. That's... okay, we're at D. We're getting there. We're at E now. Alright, we're making good progress. It'll only be about 20 more minutes before we're done with this. Alright, F, G, this one a bit faster, H, I... J. Drink some more water while some of these scroll. Now that I have finished Rogue Trader, I do plan on getting back into the swing of things with... I do want to keep streaming. I do enjoy streaming a lot. I might stream a little bit less to leave more time for like my proper video projects, but I definitely want to keep streaming, and I want to keep streaming frequently. I want to see if I can figure out some kind of regular schedule so that it's, you know, easier for people to know when I'll be live. But, you know, I've got to figure that out and be consistent. I do want to get back to playing Morrowind, because I love that game. I want to go back and finish Baldur's Gate 3, because I got pretty close to the end of the game, to my understanding. I think those are the two main games that I, like, have started on stream, but have yet to finish. I may or may not do another playthrough of this game at some point in the future. I'm definitely gonna, like, play the game more. I'm gonna... I got the game for a friend for Christmas, because he said he, like, you know, spent a lot on Christmas, and probably wasn't gonna buy it, and I was like, nah, I want to play it with them. So that's gonna be fun, but as far as on-stream playthroughs, it'll probably be a little bit before I do another one, since, you know, it would basically just be all the same, well, mostly the same content, but then, you know, with different convictions and play styles. But I definitely enjoyed this game a lot. I really, really like Owlcat as a studio. They have their quirks, they have their flaws, they definitely need some work when it comes to some of the, like, finer tunings with regards to balancing. And, you know, the game is definitely, like, full of a bunch of bugs. And, you know, it's just one of those things that I have come to accept about Owlcat games. For what they make, that's an acceptable trade-off to me. I would highly recommend this game to anyone who's considering getting it. If you like CRPGs, if you like, you know, having all these different dialogue choices, if you like, you know, having alignment systems, or in this case, convictions, which is a little different from classic, you know, the classic two-axis D&D alignment system, I think you will enjoy this game a lot. There's definitely some constructive stuff that I would say. Like, I think maybe having, like, a few more options with, like, some of the romance stuff. I think it would be nice if there was an option to, like, properly marry Cassia, keep her on your ship or whatever, have her remotely be the Novator of the house. I think it would be nice if you could get also a bit more involved in the after, epilogues of the other characters through other various choices. But ultimately, I had a really good time playing this game. I kept on wanting to come back to it again and again and again. I played this thing for so many hours on end, and I did not get tired of it. And I think that it definitely... I also definitely did the... Oh my god. Okay. I definitely was... Oh, I was definitely overly completionist. So, like, if you just want to play the main story, you could do it a lot faster than I did. But as far as, like, all the... If you want to do basically all the content in the game, that is, according to this, 6 days end to end. Or just about 6 days end to end of contiguous gameplay that you would then, you know, split amongst more stuff. So it's definitely going to take you some time to get through the game. But I do think it's rewarding, and I think there's... I will say, I would also like to have the opportunity to, like, try and harness some of the Necron's technology especially if you're doing a bit more of like, you know, non-dogmatic of a playthrough. Yeah, overall, great game. I thoroughly recommend it. I will probably be playing it more off-stream. Well, I'll definitely be playing it more off-stream with like friends. And I may, at a future point, come back for another playthrough. Oh. Alright. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap up stream. We're going to find somebody to raid, and we're just going to go give them a bunch of love. So I guess let's figure out who is live right now. So that I can properly make that decision. Okay, we've got quite a few people. Let's go say hi to Sleepy Project. I quite like Sleepy. Thank you to everybody who came, especially to, you know, everyone who was watching, you know, multiple of these parts. This is what, a 22-part series of streams I did on this game, which is ridiculous. I have never streamed this much in my entire life. I've had a really good time doing it. This makes me feel really good about trying to stream more in the future. And yeah, I hope I'll see you there. So, I will see you next time. But until then, stay safe.